Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jose, for the warm welcome. It's a privilege to be here among such esteemed guests. Let me start by an introductory video to our innovation that resonates with the visionary work of Dr. R.A. Mashelkar. For those of you who don't know who Dr. Mashelkar is, he is quite revered in the scientific community. He's a leading scientist in the world today, and he's celebrated for his groundbreaking innovations. So let us have the video, please. Thank you for watching. I hope that video has sparked your curiosity, and you may be wondering how a think tank like ours could pioneer such a breakthrough technology, right? And typically, if we were to do this innovation, it would require billions of dollars and at least 2 decades. I would say 20 to 25 years to do this. Yet, we achieved this in a fraction of the cost and half the time compared to that of a leading pharmaceutical company. Right? Now it's time for me to share the secret. We embedded compassion in our hearts, passion in our work, and innovation in our mind, and we used the model of supply chain engineering. It was Mr. Toby Simon, who is the founder and president of the Synergia Foundation. It was his idea that if IT companies or if big companies like Apple, Cisco, Amazon could build products using supply chain engineering, why can't we do this in the pharmaceutical sector? And along with this idea, of course, he had the passion and the drive to do so, which is more important because this project was entirely self-funded. No, we didn't have any investor, no godfathers here. I joined this journey 11 years ago, driven by the shared passion. We have now brought this project to fruition. And the project is truly a testament to the power of collaboration and friendship. What we did is we engaged and ideated with experts around the world, be it Harvard, MIT Health Sciences, Berkeley, Weizmann Institute, Tel Aviv Institute, King's College London, and in India it was the NCBS, Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, the National Chemical Laboratory in Pune, and JNCSR in Bangalore, to name a few. And this is how we did it. We met the brightest of the minds in this field. We gathered their insights, their inputs, and we integrated that into our research and development. And to our surprise, most of the scientists work pro bono, be it for a better cause. So that is how we got here. And of course, it wasn't easy at all. We failed several times, and we only, because of the rigor that we had, we never stopped. We continued to work for about 13 years now, and today we have a success story to tell. So let me share what the patented technology is all about. So the smart innovation is that it's a nano-emulsion drug delivery platform. So it's basically a carrier designed to deliver drugs to the central nervous system. And it is specifically designed for water-insoluble drugs or lipophilic drugs. It ensures rapid onset of action, is curated to improve therapeutic efficacy with lower dose and minimal side effects. Let me tell you about the features of this platform. It bypasses the first pass metabolism. What I mean by this is that if you were to take a tablet, it has to go through your first pass and then it excretes. So which means, for example, if you have a headache, you normally take a paracetamol or Dolo 650 or Saradon, etc. Right? So when you take a tablet, you wait for an hour or two for your pain to be relieved. With this, the absorption is less than 5 minutes, which means in 5 minutes your headache, your symptoms is relieved. It ensures higher bioavailability, transports drug to the brain without crossing the blood-brain barrier, which means it's much faster and direct. Reduces systemic exposure, thereby reducing side effects. Again, if you were to take a tablet, for example, paracetamol, you need to take 650 mg, but here it's 10 times lesser, which means your side effects is gradually reduced. Enhanced stability and broad applicability. What I mean by this is this platform, you can add plethora of drugs to it. So there's a broader applicability. Preservative free, it is safe where the nasal mucosa is sensitive, as seen in kids and in elderly population. So we say our platform is pediatrics to geriatrics. Non-invasive, you can self-administer it. You don't need to go to a physician to get injured or get an IV, etc. You can self-use it and you can even carry it when you're traveling. Now the platform we have tried and tested for anti-emetic, vertigo, anti-epileptic, antidepressant, insulin, anti-addiction, vaccine, antipsychotic, migraine, cluster headache, antipyretic, analgesics, etc. So there are a plethora of drugs, like I mentioned, we can add. We have tried for 4 of the drugs, which comes under the class of antipsychotic, which is olanzapine, ondansetron, paracetamol, and risperidone. So to give you an example, antipsychotic, currently we've stabilized olanzapine, which is used for a bipolar schizophrenia disease. And it's one of the most unstable drug, which means if you keep it open, it degrades easily when exposed to H2O with oxygen and water. So we have stabilized this in a liquid form. Currently only tablet form is available, and even an injection, which is supposed to be in the liquid form, is in the lyophilized. What I mean by lyophilized is that you have to mix the solid in the water phase, mix it and then inject it, and then you have to discard within 12 hours. So we have stabilized this, perhaps the only company that have stabilized olanzapine in a liquid form. And we have also stabilized one of the anti-emetic drug, which is ondansetron, which we normally use for anti-nausea or anti-emetic, which is MSIT. So ondansetron, again, we have stabilized in a nasal form, which means we can use it if you're height sickness, pregnancy-induced nausea, chemotherapy-induced nausea, travel sickness, etc. So normally you have to take a tablet. So when you're already feeling nauseated, you would not want to take a tablet and then high chances that you would throw it out. So the nasal formulation has a good scope here. And the global market, what we have seen is that it has, for example, only for migraine, it has increased 4 times. Nausea, epilepsy, autism, cluster headache, vertigo, and schizophrenia as well. Intellectual property, today we have a 20-year grant patent in Japan, US, EU, and in India. And the market potential what we foresee is 40.4 billion, but that's excluding the insulin and the vaccine and many other drugs to add on. And we are looking for partners who would be interested to license, jointly develop products through to commercialization. And the objective here is to find a company who would like to use our platform to deliver drugs intranasally. And the good news is that just 2 weeks ago, we have licensed one of the drugs to India's largest pharmaceutical company. So that's in process. So that's where we are, and I think as we move forward, what I would like to impart is that your aspirations should be high. So always keep your aspirations high, and as the saying goes, remember to look at the stars and not look down at your feet. So that's the message I want to leave with. Thank you.